In this tutorial, you will learn how to use the MySQL where clause in the select statement to filter rows from the result set. The where clause allows you to specify a search condition for the rows written by a query. So basically we'll look at the where clause, how to make use of it and how to filter out required data. This is the syntax of the where clause. We have already seen how to make use of the normal select statement, that is select from. Now we will take care of the where clause. Okay, where and the search condition. The search condition is a combination of one or more predicates using the logical operator AND, OR and NOT operator. In MySQL, a predicate is a Boolean expression that evaluates to true, false or unknown. Besides the select statement, you can use the where clause in the update or delete statements to specify which rows to update or which rows to delete. Evaluation of the where clause. So when we write a query using a where clause, first the from statement will be evaluated, followed by where, then select by. And if you require, you can make use of the order by statement, not a compulsion. Okay, so basically it will first pick your table, then check for the condition, and then retrieve the required information, and then accordingly sort it in descending or ascending order. We'll have a look at some examples. Okay, I'll be using the employee table from the Classic Models database. So here is a snapshot of the employees table where the employee number is the primary key. We have other attributes, that is the last name of the employee, first name, extension number, the email, office code which he is working in, reports to is basically his higher up, and the job title. Here is a snapshot of the employees table. We have the employee numbers, we have the last name of the employee, first name of the employee, the extension number, email ID of the employee, the office which he is working on, reports to, the higher up of employee, and the job title of each employee. Now the job title over here is President, Sales, Marketing Manager, Sales Manager, Sales Representative, and so on. Okay. So this information is stored in the table. We'll write some queries and try to filter out some data based upon our requirement. Now the first clause, okay. In this clause we will make use of the equals to operator. Now let's say we want to find out all the employees whose job title or who are working on the designation as a sales representative. Now if we look at the previous slide, the designation of each employee is given in the job title, right? So there are various designations. So based upon the designation, I want to find information about certain employees. Let's say I want to find out name of all the employees who are working under the job title of sales representative. So in my where condition or my filter condition would be based upon this attribute and based upon the field value. So we look at the query. So I say select last name, first name, job title from the table employees, where, so my condition is under this attribute, this field value should be present. So the moment there is a value present in the column, it will pick up that entire tuple and display it. So wherever this condition is satisfied, those particular tuples will be displayed. So basically what happens is the select statement examines all rows of the employee table and selects only those rows whose value in the job title column is sales representative. So we have this particular output, name of all the employees, and the job title is sales representative. We move on to some other examples. Using MySQL where clause and the AND operator, AND. So now I want to find out information about all those employees whose job title is sales representative and is working in an office where the office code is 1. So let's have a look at the query. The query is pretty simple. We have the last name of the employee, the first name of the employee, the job title, the office code. These are the attributes to be displayed, and our condition is job title is equals to sales representative, and the second condition is office code equals to 1. The AND operator evaluates to true only if both expression evaluate to true. That means this expression should be true and this expression also should be true. Therefore, the query returns rows whose values in the job title column is sales representative and office code is equals to 1. So basically, the output of the query would be something like this, where job title is equals to sales representative and office code is equals to 1. So only those tuples would be picked up where the condition is satisfied. Moving on to another example, making use of the OR operator. Okay. Now in this query, we'll find information about those employees whose job title is sales representative or the employee office code is 1. Maybe the employee is working in an office where the code is 1 or his designation is sales representative. So either of the condition must be satisfied. Okay. So small change I have done over here is, so this is my filter where condition where job title equals to sales representative or office code equals to 1. The OR operator evaluates to true only if one of the expression evaluates to true. So either if this is true or this is true, it will pick up the required information. Therefore, the query returns an employee who has the job title sales representative or office code. An extension to this is I have used the order by. I am ordering the tuples based upon the office code first and then on the job title. So the output of this query would look something like this. Since I am ordering it by office code, so all the tuples where the office code equals to 1, those tuples would be displayed first, followed by the job title. So you can see over here in the output, this part of the table gives you only those tuples where the office code was 1, whereas the second part of the table gives you information about those employees where the job title is sales representative. So in this way you can have various combinations with respect to the where clause. Some more examples. We can use an operator called as between operator. The between operator returns true if a value is in a range of values. That means you are supposed to give a range of values to the query. And your query will evaluate if any of the value is present in that list, it will return a true value. So basically, you write it something like this. You have an expression between, you give the lower bound and the upper bound. So if between low and high, if there is any value which is matching, it will give you an output. Let's look at the query. Okay. So now this query says find employees who are working in offices with the office code is in the range of 1 to 3. So when I say office code should be in the range of 1 to 3, that means the office code can be 1 or it can be 2 or it can be 3. So either one of this office an employee may be working. So I am displaying the first name of the employee, the last name and the office code from the employees table. Now this is my filter Okay, so this is my filter. I'm saying where the office code, the values for the office code are between 1 and 3. So what will happen over here is it will pick up this attribute office code, check the filled value of office code, whether it is 1 or 2 or 3. If there is a map, it will pick up the tuples and then accordingly order them by office code. So the output of this query would be something like this. So the output you can see, it is 1, 2 and 3. Next example, the like operator. Now this like operator is basically used like a pattern match, or it is some kind of a regular expression. Okay, we'll see how it works. Now this like operator evaluates to true if a value matches a specified pattern. To form a pattern, you make use of the wild characters, that is % and underscore. % and underscore are wildcard characters. The % wildcard matches any string of 0 or more characters, whereas the underscore wildcard character matches any single character. So if you want to match 0 or more number of characters, you make use of the % symbol, and if you want to match a single character, you make use of the underscore symbol. We'll see an example with the use of like operator. Now, find employees whose last name end with the string SON. So in this case, you are asked to find the last name of all those employees whose name end with SON. So what is the first part of the name? You are not aware. So it can be anything. It can be a single character. It can be multiple characters. It can be anything. So what we do is we put a % symbol over here and say make use of the keyword like. Let's have a look at the query. Select first name, last name from the employees table, where, because we are searching on the last name, where this attribute has a pattern, or has a pattern like SON, okay, with a % symbol before SON, so which indicates 0 or more number of characters. Now this is given in single quotes because this is a text. So any pattern matching, you are required to give those patterns in single quotes. So where the last name ends with SON, irrespective of what are the first characters. So those, if there is a match, if there is a name which is ending with SON, that particular tuple will be picked up, and then we order it by first name. Let's have a look at the output. You see over here there are 3 names which we get in the form of output. So we have Thompson and Patterson. So SON, SON over here. So this number of characters are more than 1. Here also more than 1. So you can search for names like names starting with S and then %, or names starting with A, ending with T, and in between %. So number of characters can be anything, and obviously you have to make use of the keyword like for pattern matching. Next we move to an operator called as IN operator. The IN operator returns a true if a value matches any of the values in the list. So unlike between was a range of numbers, so you give the start number and the end number, whereas with respect to IN we give a set of values, so it will map only those values. So it is something like color of a balloon can be red or white, that's it. You give two values, or red or white or black or green. So you specify the values over here. We'll look at an example. We want information about those employees whose office code is either 1 or 2 or 3. Okay, so look at this query. Select first name, last name, office code from the employees table where the office code is in the range of either 1 or 2 or 3. So the office code can be 1, it can be or 2, or it can be 3. So if you are not making use of the in operator, your query would be something like this: office code equals to 1, or office code equals to 2, or office code equals to 3, if you are not making use of the in operator. So it will map only these values which are specified in the list. So it could be 1, 4, 7, 1, 9, 10, something like that. So the output would look something like this. So you can see the output gives you information about those employees whose office code is either 1 or 2 or 3. Next, using the is null operator. Is null, ISNULL, both are different words. Is null operator. Okay. Now this is null is not equals to the equal to operator. Okay, so do not confuse yourself with is null and equals to. The is null operator returns a true value if a value is null in the table. We'll see an example and try and understand what is this is null. Okay, so so this particular query is making use of the is null operator to get those rows whose value in the reports to column is null. That means there are certain employees who do not report to any other employee. That means they are the topmost position, they are the head of the firm, or he is the chairman of the firm. So what I am doing is I am trying to find out who is the chairman of a particular firm. So in that case, the reports to value should be null. So my query is select last name, first name, reports to from employee where reports to is null. So when I write like this is null, I am checking whether in a column there are values where it is null. So if there is a value null present in that particular attribute, it will pick up those tuples and give it in the form of output. Next, using MySQL where clause with the comparison operator. So you have different comparison operator. You have already worked with this prior, equals to, not equals to, which can also be written using the angular brackets, that is less than and greater than, which indicates not equals to, or you write it as not equals to or not equals to, less than, greater than, angular brackets, then less than, greater than, less than equals to, and greater than equals to. We'll see some examples of the comparison operator. Now this particular query uses the not equal to operator to find information about those employees who are not at the position of sales representative. That means they are at some other designation. I want to find out information about those employees who are not at the designation of sales representative. Other than sales representative, show the list of employees. So my query is select last name, first name, job title from the table employees where the job title is not equals to sales representative. So this could also be written as not equals to sales representative. So in this case, the output would be something like this. So it gives you only those tuples where the job title is other than sales representative. So it can be president, it can be VP sales, VP marketing, sales manager, EM, EA, and so on. Another example, display a list of those employees whose office code is greater than 5. So this is a pretty simple query. So select last name, first name, office code from the employees table where the office code is greater than equals to 5. So anything greater than 5, those tuples would be picked up. Wherever the office code is greater than 5, those tuples will be picked up and displayed as an output. So now in this case, the output would be tuples with office code greater than 5.